This, guys, is coming. It's coming.
How much detail are we going into here for our special people who follow you really closely here? Because we got some surprises too.
I'm dreaming, oh, I believe in this dream I've been dreaming, oh, I'm dreaming, oh, I believe in this dream I've been dreaming, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the marketing maestro, the Wizard of Whitby, the Omaha of Oshawa.
The Omaha. Is Omaha something that you can be?
Or Oracle? No, the Oracle. The Oracle of Oshawa. The Oracle
Mr. Mark
Oshawa.
Drager.
and the connoisseur of communications. We just keep adding to it. Mr. Mark Drager, who's going to help me blow up my brand. Where are you right now, Mark?
I, today, am at the International Auto Show.
Oh, cool. Is it fun?
Yes.
We went last year. You're a big car guy, though. I'm not a big car guy.
I'm a car guy, but more than anything, when my son was 5 or 6, we started a tradition of me taking him every year.
Okay.
So the boys are off somewhere playing video games. For some reason, they managed to find video games at the car show.
Last year was my first and maybe only auto show. It was decent.
Yeah. I like dreaming. So I've already have the 3 cars that have impressed me so far. So yeah, it's great.
All right.
If I could, I'd have like 10 or 15 different cars, just variety.
Well, it's going to happen. Think
There
big, be bold, say yes.
Say yes. Here we go. Let's talk road to 10 million for Mr. Carmichael.
Okay. So the big thing that we're working on right now is my book launch, which is leading into my membership. So those 2 things are what we've been aggressively working towards. Why don't you give the audience a little bit of where we're at right now and what we're working on?
For sure. So, last we spoke on this series, we were doing a whole bunch of different things. So since we did the series, Evan, you went and spent a bunch of time with a bunch of different thought leaders. And when you came back, you said, forget all of that other stuff we're doing. I'm all about the book launch now. So the book is coming out March 17th. Mm-hmm. We know that we can pre-order right now. And so what we've been focusing on, you, myself, the team, your team, is ensuring that we are ready for this book launch. So we have, you've shot a whole bunch of different ads that are all getting cut down so we can run Facebook campaigns, we can run YouTube campaigns, and all of that traffic is driving to a ClickFunnels funnel. So we have landing pages built. We've written everything, and we're taking people through. I don't know how much detail do you want here. Like, we're taking people through a funnel, and if they abandon, then we remarket to them. And at the same time, we're doing a 14-day pre-launch email sequence that has 17, I believe, or 18 different emails sequenced out. We've also taken your cart abandonment email sequence from 4 emails to 9. We didn't tell you that yesterday, but that happened. Lots happening.
This is great. I'm so happy because I feel like this is some new fantasy speed that we're looking at here. This is very exciting.
Yes.
This is the fastest you've ever built out a campaign.
I would like it to be quicker because I thought we were launching the campaign. You've actually given us more time. I thought we'd be launching the campaign early next week.
Right.
But we're not launching it until the week after that.
Right. But it's the fastest you've put stuff together.
It is pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Like, we're catching up. This is great. So update for the audience. I just got today, we've been fighting with the publisher. We finally got the first order. So I'm getting 1,000 books, putting them in my warehouse. We're doing a special bonus deal. What do they get in the bonus, Mark? They get a signed copy.
Whoa, in pre-order bonus?
Yeah.
Or like, how much detail are we going into here for our special people who follow you really closely here? Because we got some surprises too. So the pre-order bonus is a signed
copy.
Evan, a signed copy.
Yeah.
If you're in America or Canada, free shipping. You get access to Evan's private Facebook readers group. You get a digital copy of the companion exercise book that has all of the exercises in it. And there's a 5th thing.
Free one-on-one time with Mark Drager.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Times 1,000.
Wow, that's not it. Hold on. You get let me think here. So you get a signed copy. You get and a shout out, and you get Evan giving you a shout out on his IG stories. That is the pre-order free bonuses.
Yeah. So that's all. That has to happen before March 17th when the book comes out. And so
now 72 hours before it comes out, it's going to drop as well, right?
Oh, okay, great.
5
so Mark's
super special things.
Oh, on top of those things?
On top of those things, there's even more things that are happening.
Wow.
This is going to be like a Evan Carmichael bonus extravaganza.
Wow. Okay. I remember talking about it. I don't remember what we put in there, but it was pretty special.
Oh my goodness, it's insane.
Okay. So I've been stressing out about getting the books because my publisher said they'd give me the books and then they said they wouldn't give me the books. And so Mark's talking about this whole campaign, like, I don't even know if I'm going to get books for this campaign. And now we got the books.
I just assumed you would. I assumed if you had to buy them on Amazon and then drop ship them, you would figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah. So my week has been figuring out how to make that happen. So now we've pretty much figured it out how to make it happen. We're using Dean's guy for the warehousing. Now it's just a matter of logistics and like sending payments and all that kind of stuff. But thankfully we're on our way. So Mark had me record a whole bunch of ads. I still have to do some more ads. We're still missing a lot of ads. I haven't recorded an ad in like a week and a half, right?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
Last time you recorded an ad, you were in Puerto Rico.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
Now you came home and you recorded the book launch video, which sounds amazing as a fire script. And by the way, is almost 12 minutes long. It's like the longest video ever. The first call to action isn't until 3 minutes and 50 seconds into it. But there's so much heart and there's so much fire. I love it.
So we like that video. Mark wrote the script. Actually, I wrote the script for the first video on the airplane.
I just tweaked it.
Mark, no, you tweaked it. Destroyed it.
Only the first 30%. Only the first 30%.
So it was something totally different.
The first third of it I tweaked. And then after that, it's pretty much your script.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I recorded it. And then, so I haven't even seen the final thing. You like it?
Yeah. So Christina cut yesterday. She sent me, we have one with the pre-order call to action. And then we have one, the same video that has the call to action changed from pre-order to get your copy now. So on the 17th, we can flip from one video to the next. And I told her to keep all the files on standby because we might be doing some cut down versions of it to use as advertising as well. Okay.
And I need to be making now the rest of, Mark gave me this giant spreadsheet full of all these different ads, which overwhelmed me at the beginning, like 6 different types of ads in different formats. And then I'm walking down the beach trying to remember, what did he want me to do? Was it a 15-second? Was it this way or this way?
It's so many fewer than when we did your tour, though. Because when we did your tour, I sent you did, what did you do? 46 different ad groups, I think, when we did the tour. Do you remember all those combinations?
If I'm just doing it here in my office, talking to the camera, and I have it right next to me, I could bang them out super quick.
Right.
When I'm on the beach or somewhere outside, I'm trying to remember if it's a swipe up and which way to go and how long I have and all that stuff. It gets super messy.
Awesome.
But I think there's one ad that we haven't even touched, right? You gave me like 6 different types of ads. I think
we haven't done the remarketing one yet, I think.
Okay.
I don't think you've done the one where you're like, hey, it's Evan, real quick. I noticed that you went to the page but did not complete your order. Your book is waiting right here, blah, 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 blah.
And you want me to do that here in the office. I think that was why.
Look at the instructions. Whatever the instructions say is.
Mark gave me instructions. Okay.
I gave you detailed instructions.
So I'm excited.
Can I give some advice for anyone who ever tries to plan out a campaign like this?
Yeah.
Make everything visual. Make yourself a chart or block a chart and just figure out how everything works, because otherwise it gets super, super confusing. And then you can build like scripts and Excel document sheets like I give Evan Excel documents with the number of ads we want, with this aspect ratio, with the time of the call to action, with how long it has to be, with the target audience, with the messaging, all that stuff. But I actually start with just like a chart of how everything is going to work.
So let me ask you this. So I know I still have some videos to do. Let's say I get those done on Wednesday.
Sure.
How far away are we from being ready to actually do it?
We're launching March 3rd.
Right.
Whether you give me those videos or not, we are launching March 3rd.
Dude, I like it. I like this. I like this, Mark Jager, the
But
marketing
but
maestro in the house.
we can launch before, but with what we have. But I mean, I had a meeting with my team yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I was like, guys, just gonna let you know, Evan only communicates through Facebook Messenger. So let me just spend the next 45 minutes updating you guys with all the changes that have just taken place, because if you're going to ask for an email breakdown, it does not exist. Here we go. And I literally had to walk them through all the conversations we had over the last few days just to update them on what we're doing now. And then we built out charts of, what are the email sequences and what's taking place, and this is how we move from four abandoned cart emails to 9.
Okay.
Because we're sequencing out based off of what the high achievers do.
Okay.
So we know what happens day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. For some reason, people skip day 7. They go straight to day 8, then they go to day 9. So we're doing the same thing.
What does Fanta stand for? I see it on the hat.
Fanta?
Yeah.
Fanta stands for I don't remember the P ever. It's not profiling. It's patterning. Yeah, pattern high achievement with nasty tailored
acceleration.
Acceleration.
We're working on it. It's a work in progress.
Evan gave me a backronism, so I think that's what they call it, right?
A backronism?
Yeah, like what is it when you an acronym is when you create it. I think it's called a backronism, where you take a word and then you reverse engineer what it stands for.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited, dude. I'm nervous. Now that it's actually like coming together, I'm getting nervous.
Well, so here's the interesting thing, right? My alarm is going to keep going off because I set an alarm to make sure I didn't miss a call. Here's the interesting thing. What's the worst thing that's going to happen?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, okay. Nope. So you're not really nervous then.
No, but I'm not nervous in that, like, I'm not going to do the work, but I want it to work, right? The worst thing is I have 1,000 books sitting in a warehouse that nobody ends up buying. That's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen, dude.
That's not going to happen.
Now, when I sat down with my team, the first thing that, of course, like Annie, who is our digital, marketing specialist, we're talking about Facebook ads, we're talking about remarketing groups and how we can keep the funnel going and how we have opportunities for upsells and, what's the one-time offer and all of this stuff. And so she's, of course, is like, well, how many does he want to sell? I said 10,000. She goes, in a month? And I go, no, I mean, yeah, sure. In a month is great. But I said, let's set a 3-month goal for 10,000 copies. That is still pretty darn aggressive. But that's what we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. Now, if we launch and things are tepid for whatever reason, then we try different audiences. We try different ads. We start to try to cross-sell across all of the different people that you have, the different personalities who have already looked at your book, who have already have photos of you with the book. And we just slow things down. What's the most expensive thing? Like, I have a client that we launched really aggressively and we're getting no sales. And so we immediately turned off. Like, we just immediately turned off and we reset and we started really slow. When people want to move very fast and they're not getting any sales, that's when it gets really expensive. So you can either be fast and get sales, or you can go slow and be patient. Both of them make great financial sense. But when we go really, 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 really fast and we're not getting any sales, you blow through money like a crazy person. So we go fast until the market tells us otherwise.
All right.
No,
this is very exciting. I'm very excited about this whole thing. We're putting the whole Fanta Media team to work. This is a fantastic little case study we're building here. Mm-hmm. And it's happening. Like, this time next month, we'll be in it.
This time next month, we're already done. The book is already launched. It's the 21st.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's already out. This part is already done. And now we're looking at the next part.
It's already past Nina's birthday. It's already past the book launch. And we are getting ready for the weekly.
Dude, I'm getting so excited. I'm getting goosebumps, man.
My birthday is coming in a month from now. The important thing.
I'm getting so excited. I can't believe this is actually happening. This, guys, is coming. It's coming. Okay, so for my daily, what am I doing?
Hold on. Can I just tell you that people are asking me questions on Instagram, and I'm really having trouble not answering them with just by built to serve and read it. Like, they're asking, like, I'm struggling.
Why are you not answering that, Mark? Why is that not the answer?
Because that's not going to help them today. It's going to help them in 28 days.
They can pre-order it today, and it's going to come to their house, and it's going to be the greatest thing of all time.
There have been 3 people who have been really, really struggling, and they're telling me that they're struggling, and I'm just like, the answer is just buy Built to Serve for free. I'm sorry.
Go get Built to Serve.
Just go get the book.
You should do that. Okay, so here's what you do. You two-part the advice. Say, here's my advice.
Yes.
And you know what you should do? You should go buy Built to Serve.
Yes.
I'm in it. That helps.
Yeah.
Mark's in both my books. Anyway, okay, so
and in a third book, I got a special mention. The only person to ever get this book is dedicated to Mark.
I don't think I said dedicated, but I think there was an acknowledgement.
I remember feeling like it was dedicated.
Dedicated? I feel like it wasn't dedicated. Hold on.
In memorandum of Mark Drager.
In memorandum?
Well, the old Mark who died and the new Mark who was born.
Oh, that's true. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here.
You didn't even say anything about your wife?
There's praise, free bonuses. No, there's no acknowledgements. I don't do acknowledgements in books, except once.
You did for one.
For one. Mark Drager in one book. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we gave credit, like the photographer who took this picture, we gave credit to in the book, but,
of course.
But we didn't, no, there's no acknowledgements. No, only Mark. That's some rare air. Okay, so
that's really good, man.
So we've got our email campaign going. I guess I have to review, and you're going to figure out. I have to look.
Well, we have to draft the new sequence. So.
Okay, so email campaign to my audience, who is already on my email list. We're going to do Facebook ads, Instagram ads,
Canada and global. Yeah,
and
Instagram ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads. Yeah.
YouTube ads towards subscribers or viewers or both.
YouTube is going towards one group is the subscribers within Canada and the US. And then a second group are people who have hit your website and then I've held off on people who have watched one of your videos. We've never really been able to convert them very well. It gets too expensive. But so subs in Canada and the US, and then people who have hit your website in Canada and the US in the last 180 days will, however long your pixel's been there, they will be served ads on YouTube. And then on Facebook, people who have hit your site, and as well as people who have we have a subgroup of people who hit the tour pages. Now, we were doing a lot of top end open groups, so they might not convert very well. And then of course your IG followers.
Okay, so let me write this down because there's something else I want to ask you before I don't want to forget it.
Oh, the question you mean?
No.
Or these audiences? These audiences we've sent you before. You have.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so other things that I'm doing is daily. I'm doing a read from the book.
Yes.
That's
on your IG stories.
On my IG stories, but then that also then goes to TikTok, Instagram. No, not Instagram. TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn. And I burn in the website on the thing. It's right over my face.
Yeah.
So you see it.
Yeah.
evancarmichael.com/book. And those are like 30 to 45 seconds ish. And then I follow it up with a picture of me with somebody and I tag them and the book, and I usually share a little bit about them because nobody has copies of the book to share them. Like I can't share other people's stories yet because nobody has the book. So I'm just sharing my copies of pictures with people to start kind of building buzz, and they're sharing it. Whoever I tag is sharing it.
So phase 1 of the campaign is to market to people who already know you, like you, love you. Phase 2 of the campaign is to look at lookalike audiences, or to look at friends of friends, friends of followers, or start targeting people who. So you have a photo with you and a personality, to start to target the personalities following with the photo to try and pull some lead. But the further away we move from the I love Evan, I'm in Believe Nation ecosystem,
right,
the more, not random, but just the harder it is to figure out what message will really click. Because we're no longer selling Evan. We're not even selling Built to Serve or Read My Book. We're now just selling Find Your Purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. So if we can get the books moving fast enough from the publisher to my warehouse.
oh, you mean logistically?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a slow moving big machine that we're trying to grease the wheels to make happen ASAP. But there's a distinct possibility that the books can be in people's hands before launch.
Wow.
That the people who pre-order,
Wow.
if they're buying from Amazon, they can't do it because it's coming from Amazon. If they're buying from us,
yeah. So
then,
US and Canada through this campaign will have the opportunity to buy from Evan himself.
right.
And if you're global, which is anyone outside of US and Canada, then you have to order through Amazon US.
Right. So if you buy through our website, then you can get the signed copy and all that, but also be able to get it in advance. Hopefully, I can't promise that yet, but that's the goal. So there could be a campaign to encourage people to share it, holding pictures, reading passages. I'm definitely want to do it with the people who I know, my friends who have influence, who I want them to read copies. But I'm talking about people who just have pre-ordered it. Everyday entrepreneurs, everyday people. And
so
there's something we could do with it if they get it a week before
yes.
everybody else.
Well, I mean, the most valuable thing is, one, using that for organic word of mouth. But if your team can collect all of those, the social proof is massive. So it would be very good in phase 2 as we start to move slightly further out to show, to flash through 80 different people holding your book with big smiles on their faces or things like that. So I'm not sure how cost effective it is for us to start to try and advertise their content or boost their content for them somehow through a backdoor, but collecting all of it, so that way we have it for social proof, will be very, very good, including on the landing page, if we can seek permission for it.
Okay, so I'll try to make that happen ASAP.
Yeah, so we did that with the tour the first year. If you remember, we started collecting all of the people talking about, hey, last night I met this person and now I've gone for a hike through California, with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like the real relationships. We collected everything because on this year's tour, we were going to cut social proof montages using all of those people. Evan had trouble making it across the border, so that didn't happen. But
we didn't do the tour, but we were ready to go. Okay,
yeah, anyway, yeah. We ran a campaign for an organization where we were getting people to sign up to a closed group. People like Believe Nation, right? A closed group of people who love it. And we were getting somewhere between like 10 and 15% of those we were talking to actually signing up. So we waited until like the last week of the campaign, collected all of the social proof of everyone signed up, and then sent them an email with the proof saying, hey, everyone else has signed up. How come you haven't? And the conversion was insane because we basically like guilted people and showed them that everyone else is having fun and you're not. So,
wow. Okay.
So it was fun. It was good. We could do something like
FOMO.
that.
You put in the FOMO in people.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it could be possibly tweaking our email sequence too, if we can get some social proof before the book actually comes out.
We're already going to do that. So because we have the 9 days before the 72 hour, because we have the 9 days, we're going to be, at least we were planning on using you with some personalities and book excerpts and quotes and all kinds of things. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
And then this is just the start, because then once we know that the books are in people's hands and people are reading it, we want to hear from them the impact it's making, so that way we can take those stories, those testimonials, those breakthroughs, and bring them back in, and then continue to communicate through email, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the main thing I'm talking about in my email, but also IG stories. It's in the shot of all my videos that I'm doing. I'm going to be doing interviews and a whole bunch of stuff around it. Okay, so my to-dos.
But once you're in the book, once you read the book, and you realize, like, once I like you like the reason I'm in the book is because you helped me with this process one-on-one, over a year ago, and so it's really changed my thinking in my life. Once people read the book and they're part of the Facebook reading group, and, you know, they have the exercises to be able to work through and things like that, then you're going to be asking yourself, what's next? And you're like becoming a thought leader, your YouTube course, being able to share, you know, the built to serve means you're going to serve other people, and you're going to be able to leverage your pain to be able to help other people. So that naturally means you're going to be doing something. You're going to have to build a platform, and you have other ways you can help them too. So that's what I'm saying. When I'm saying like, this is just the first step, this is just the first step in additional things that you can plug in, you can help people with, you can plug into. And then there's the whole what did you call your group? Your $49 group?
The Movement Makers.
Movement Makers. Then
yeah,
there's the whole
man.
Movement Makers group, which is like super exciting.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got my to-dos. I'm excited. I'm 2 days disconnected from doing all the book stuff. So it's all a mess in my head right now, but come Wednesday, we'll be like hyper focused on it.
But I do want to ask you.
Yeah.
When we were doing the tour, your LinkedIn strategy to connect with people for conversations, for interviews, for PR was huge.
Yeah.
So we're all in on getting the books for book sales, but what are you thinking and doing to actually make the book launch pop? Not just through advertising. Advertising's huge. But what are we doing for collabs, for conversations, for PR? What are you doing to talk about it? What are you doing to push it out that way?
Yeah, well, we talk about what I'm doing on my content, but then it's reaching out to everybody that I've done an interview with over the past 5 years or whatever for their shows. So
Sandra's doing that.
Well, we have to send them a book, right? So that's like, it's building the list of people and then sending them off a book so they can get the copy and review it. I won't be able to do all the shows again, but being selective of the shows. Both my agents are looking at booking me into other podcasts and other shows that have more exposure. So we're just finishing up the one pager that then they can send off to their people so that we can get some exposure for it. And then the friends, like the people who I met in Puerto Rico, everybody who I've done something with.
At Russell's event, there's no way to have your fee buy and give away a book to every single person or something. Russell's
event is about his book. So
yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
It's
not about your book. It's about his book.
It's his book launch event, right?
For Traffic Secrets, right?
Possibly. It's looking for opportunities, but also respecting like why I'm here.
No. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Makes sense.
but I think going and seeing like what I did in Puerto Rico was great in that everybody was super open to taking a picture and wanting to help promote it. So who else is going to be there? You know, who are the other speakers that might have some influence, or people that I already know that I haven't seen in a while, and bringing copies down, giving it to them, taking pictures, having to do some reads or something, right?
So while we're focused on Road to 10 million, so I asked my team to look into this, and we're only looking into it now, but I do know that earlier on, Gary leveraged paid to build attention and to build subs. The more subs we have of you on IG, the easier remarketing is for communications, for connections, and for other things. Have you looked into or considered advertising to build your following on IG?
No. I don't know the best model is usually shout outs from people who are, that's how a lot of people are growing. Somebody in the community is giving you a shout out. It's a fast way to grow subs, not necessarily engagement or organic. A lot of times it then hurts the organic because those people sub
because
to
you lose your engagement rate.
Yeah, the percentage of people is pretty low who actually engage with the content. I don't know if you're thinking of something else, like if we target people on Facebook ads or Instagram ads to say, come follow me and check out my content, or we're running a 15-second like clip from something that I've done.
So we're working through the PHA of it, but I just wanted to see because so much of so much of being able to cost effectively connect with people who like you on the back end is predicated on all of that organic growth on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can, I know that it's hard to say, like, how can we speed up organic growth? So if we can leverage paid really strategically to increase your followers, bring them into Believe Nation, it just makes everything else later a little bit easier.
I'm open. We just hired a new guy today, named Nino. So Nina and Nino, it's great.
Nice.
Who's going to be first working on our Instagram account, but then we're going to launch an account just for the book. We're going to launch an account for the other book. We're going to potentially launch like 20 different accounts for different ideas, just like we're doing on the YouTube side. So that's not going to help immediately, but as those channels start building up followings, as other people to start targeting as well.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah. I mean, I wish you had it sooner. It just took us a while to find the right guy. Nina's been through 4 hiring cycles and finally found the person.
Yeah. The other thing that I've noticed is that every thought leader that I hit their site on, all of them remarket through Instagram, even if they're not really pushing product. Like, most of them have a product that they're trying to push, but all of them remarket even when it doesn't seem like they're pushing a product.
Great.
And we don't have an always-on remarketing strategy that we're leveraging for you yet. So I think it makes sense for us to push the book, and we're going to do that through remarketing. But we'll also want to probably consider, right now the book is the main focus for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
But we may also want to just consider other Believe Nation building, remarketing type things.
Great. That's why I have Fanta.
There you go.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for the love. Get back to your, sons. I know you had a hard out, so hopefully you have a awesome auto show.
Thank you. I look forward to it every year. This is the only thing I'm doing this afternoon, spending time with Evan.
And let's make the book happen.
Let's go. Next time, hold on. Here's the thing. Next time we talk on the series, you and I are either going to be like this, or we're going to be like this.
Or I'm going to be like this and you're going to be like that.
Maybe.
We'll see. Let's hope for the double smiles. We're aiming for double smiles.
Yes, double smiles all the way.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Okay,
much love.
Thanks, Evan. Okay. Ciao.
If you want to see the last time Mark and I spoke where he blew my mind with marketing knowledge, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
You don't have to do any of this stuff. But if we don't do it, we don't elevate the brand. You have a giant hole in your schedule. So how do we fill it?